Well, first of all, it is a very positive day for the McDonough family, but also for the community in the wider region around Doora and around the exit of the M18 motorway. It's been I suppose, promised for some time. There's a very considerable amount of employment generated by this new enterprise because there's a very significant amount of traffic that just bypasses Ennis every day between Galway and Limerick, people coming from Cork and onwards into the west of Ireland. And to have a facility now close to the motorway, it will improve economic activity in the area. It's providing jobs. And it's a positive story, but of course it's a motorway stop. It's a filling station, and there is a very considerable crisis in the cost of fuel at the minute, and that's something that Minister O'Brien will be well aware of. I've already spoken with those, particularly in the farming sector, who haven't benefited from the recent reduction because of the way excise is not levied on farm fuel or on green diesel. So there's real pressures in the economy as well. As I said, whilst it's a positive story, there are other elements that have to be addressed by government, and as I said, I've identified one there. And yes, of course, we need to get continued investment into the county for roads, and that's the same in every county. But we are fighting the Oireachtas team in Clare, made up of Deputy Crowe, Deputy Cooney, and Deputy Donna from Sinn Féin, all work well together in putting forward the best case on behalf of the constituents in Clare, and that continues even with Minister O'Brien in the county tomorrow.
I suppose, to me, a comment that Minister O'Brien made recently when he was questioned about the progress of the Shannon Rail Link was that he saw it as a longer term project. And look, it would have been included in the All-Ireland Strategic Rail Review for 2030. Clare people want to see that much sooner, especially when we see all the talk and all the plans that are going into a metro link for Dublin, and we're hearing about imbalanced regional development. When the Transport Minister is saying that that's a longer term project, that has to be a little concerning.
No, it's not, to be honest with you. It is a longer term project. What Shannon Airport needs is continued growth of aircraft access. So we need more flights to more locations. And the funding supports that have been put in place is assisting the management at Shannon in being competitive and being able to market to airlines to open up new routes. And the recent inclusion of Shannon in the regional investment programme is very welcome. And, you know, there is considerable, very good road access to the airport. There's good public transport access to the airport through the bus network. And, of course, longer term, as the region grows and traffic becomes more of a problem, rail links into the airport will be welcome as continued development. But what we need right now is more air routes, bringing more passengers to the region from a tourism perspective, and also for critical business links that will continue the growth of our economic activity in Shannon and the wider Midwest region. We need continued support from the government in terms of improving our wider road network outside of the main routes, so that people who live and work in the more regional parts of County Clare also have access to a good road network, and that it shouldn't be just concentrated on the M18 or in the ring roads around Ennis.